guys, I am starting supper tonight, and this is what we're having. We're having oven baked beef. I haven't fixed this in years. So I had thought out, we had steaks the other night, and these are our steaks from our cows. And I guess I thought, I don't know, they vacuum packed them, and so it looks like they're these little bitty steaks, but then when they thaw and you cut open the vacuum pack, it's like this big old steak. So I had laid out way too much, so we saved out 2 and didn't grill. And so I got to do something with them. So I also went and laid out a piece of, a bag of stew beef. And so I'm going to go through that. The last bag of stew beef I opened was a little fatty. And I wasn't really happy with it. So we're going to see how this bag is. Smells good. Fresh. I always wonder what makes it different. Like, well, it's not really different. I thought it was a different color, but it's not. And that film, that fatty ligament film thing, I try to cut as much of that, like that, out. Here. Let me bring y'all over here where you can see what I'm doing. You see on that one, that fatty stuff right there? I trim that off. Because there's enough fat and the rest of it, it doesn't need that. And I just called Caroline, but I didn't call her in time. She's already ordered a pizza. So this is going to be just me and Bryant tonight. And as you can see, we're going to have leftovers. Which is fine because tomorrow I'm going to finish cleaning. Today, has your house ever been so dirty that you had to pick it up and clean it before you could clean it? That's kind of where mine's at today. I'm just cutting these in little smaller pieces. I probably shouldn't do that, but because I'm gonna sear each piece briefly just to get a crust on it. I've got some yeast rolls thawing or rising. They are store-bought. I didn't have time. When I say I'm out of groceries, I'm really out of groceries. I don't even have milk. I don't have milk and I don't have buttermilk. I can't make biscuits. Even if I didn't have buttermilk, I can make my own buttermilk with sweet milk. You just add vinegar. And, but you can't make buttermilk if you don't have sweet milk. And I don't have sweet milk. But y'all, this is going to be oven baked beef. And it has, well, I put in it cooking wine. Now, if you are a wine connoisseur, that probably just turned your stomach, but we don't drink at all. So I don't even purchase wine. I like drinking wine even for cooking. I buy only cooking wine because I figure if somebody drinks that, they're pretty doggone desperate because it's really salty. And so, but yeah, we just don't buy drinking wine. So this does have cooking wine in it, and It is so good. I don't know why I never make this. I don't know why. Y'all, I dropped the tag from the thing in here. Look how fresh that was. Look at all that blood. Okay. All right. There is our beef. Let me drain this. Y'all, I'm gonna clean up and I'll be back with you in just a little bit. If anybody has this kind of, it's one of those cast iron. It's not the, look, it's not the brand name of that colored cast iron. But anyway, I fried chicken in it and it's clean as a pan as far as feeling. It just discolored the bottom of my pan. So if any of y'all know how to get that off, please let me know. Now don't you be popping at me. I have lightly floured. And so we're just going to sear this real quick. Ouch! Maybe I put too much oil in. This is going to be kind of a one-pot wonder. But I'll probably have to sear it in stages. Okay, I'm just going to stop there for right now. Maybe get one more in there. Get me some tongs. We just want a quick sear, and we want it hot, but it was popping out at me, so I turned it down. Oh yeah. I got some getting a good sear on it. Let me get a plate with well, that one didn't want to flip. Good grief. And you're not cooking these done, you're just getting a sear on the outside. I don't sear things often just because I think it's a lot of trouble. But I know it makes it good. Okay, while we're doing that one other side, I'm going to add a little oil to it. It sounds like it's getting a little dry. I'm going to be back in just a minute. We're going to let it sear, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, so here's what I just took out. It's not completely done, just browned on the outside. And I put a new batch in. And I'm actually going to bring y'all over here for just a minute while that's browning. Okay. I'm going to share with you what I got going in here. And I don't have anything out, so you'll have to bear with me as I grab it. Can of cream of mushroom. Get it all out. Cream of mushroom. A package of the Lipton onion soup mix that I just get the off-brand at Aldi. Do not add any salt to this, especially if you're going to use the cooking wine instead of real wine, which is what I use. I use the cooking wine. Let me check my beef over here real quick. Not quite ready to turn yet. I'll turn it up just a little bit. And the Holland House cooking wine. We're going to use half a cup. It smells like the real deal, I guess. Ooh. Alright, let me get a whiff. There you go. That's what we're gonna pour over it and cook it in the oven. So let me flip it over here. It's ready to turn. It's hard to flip little pieces of meat like this, because they're in all different sizes and shapes and. This looks so good. I mean, I could, if it was done in the middle, I believe I'd eat this. Alright. There we go. It's flipped. I'm turn it down a little bit. I'm going to be back with you guys in just a second. I'm going to run find the lid to my pot. Okay, well, I couldn't find the lid to the pot, but I know where it's at. It's in my car from where I had it at church frying chicken, and Bryant's got my car. So I'm going to put this the first batch back in there. And y'all, this smells so good. So good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap tin foil over it. And here is our mixture, our soup, cooking wine, and Lipton onion soup mixture. And it's going in. And I don't even have my oven preheated, y'all. What in the world? I'm going to coat everything really good. Alright, and what I'm going to do is let me add a little water to just rinse this out. Okay, I just added a little water to rinse that gravy out. And I'm gonna get some tinfoil out, cover this up, wash everything. Stick this in the oven. It's gonna bake at 350 for an hour and a half. I am getting a late start on supper, especially since we gotta go to the grocery store afterwards. It is 5 o'clock. We're not gonna eat till 6:30. Oh well. I will clean as we go. So I'm going to wrap this up, get it in the oven. And it is hot, 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 hot. And you really don't have to cover it up. I just like to cover it because I think it keeps it moist. But that may be just me. Alright. Let's see, I'm going to take this rack down a notch. In it goes, and we'll be eating in an hour and a half. And what I'm going to fix is I'm just going to fry up a little okra, and I'm going to fry up a little okra, and I'm just going to fix some rice. I was going to bake a sweet potato, and I guess I still could. I can stick it in there with it. I could stick the sweet potatoes in there with them, and it'll probably be fine. So I may do that. So I'm gonna do a side of rice and just serve the tips, or the beef tips and the gravy on top of rice. I'm gonna fry up a little okra and a baked sweet potato. And I may not fix okra because somebody left us some on the porch. I believe it was our neighbors. And yes, I still have it. So I'm going to wash this up. We don't have much. So I'm just going to wash that up and fry a little okra when it gets closer to time for supper. Okay guys, so I'm just washing up some okra. There's not much at all. I don't even know what frying pan to do this in because we're not going to have much. And y'all, this is an old farm sink. And I think it needs to be reglazed. Of course, some of that stain that I can get out with cleaning it. And you know how I get the stains out, I think is what is actually causing the enamel to... I normally put Clorox in it, and I heard that Clorox isn't very good for... and I fry the tips too. I don't fry the end, the big end, but I do fry the tips. But yeah, cut one more off of that. So I think my cleaning method is what's caused it to mess up. And we pour coffee and tea down here, and that's why it's kind of brown looking today. I mean, it's clean. It's just kind of stained, and when I wash it good, it'll be okay. But if y'all know any tips on cleaning an Old Farm enamel sink that won't do damage to it, because I'm afraid, I hope it's not me that's caused the damage. I just hope it's old wear and tear. But I guess I'm gonna have to get it what they call reglazed. And I don't know how long that lasts, the reglazing. I don't ever want to get rid of this sink, but we're talking about remodeling. I'm gonna cut the very tips off. But I don't know. So if y'all have any ideas, let me know. I'm just cutting all this up into a plastic container, and I'm just gonna throw a little flour in there, salt and pepper. I don't fry my okra or my squash with cornmeal. I've tried it, but I just used flour. And I've used, and I guess both works, all-purpose or self-rising. I've heard a cook lately, she just does everything in self-rising. But, and I do a lot with self-rising, but when I fry okra, it doesn't seem to matter. I may have more than I thought. This looks like really good okra. I don't see any bad spots or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna just slice up the okra. Y'all tell me what you think about me doing Facebook Live videos. I've never done that. And like, I can do them on Facebook Live and then share them over on YouTube. Or there is YouTube Live. I don't know. I haven't ever been a part of a YouTube Live. I may have more than I thought. It's still just going to be enough for the two of us. Especially my family. We love fried okra. So this would not feed anybody but me and Brian. The only thing I'm missing is a fresh sliced tomato. I may call him. I don't know where he's at. He's had a busy day. Poor Brian's had a really busy day. He has made hospital visits. He is doing the devotions for the JV football team, the local JV football team. And yeah, he's been busy all day. All day. I haven't seen him much. He came home briefly. And he's gone again. So I'm going to bring you back in a little bit. I'm going to look for me a frying pan that I think's going to do a good job with the okra. There is not much, so I don't need a big frying pan. I don't know if my copper pan will work good. I've always used cast iron or my stainless steel frying pan. But I just really hate to get out a cast iron pan for just that little bit. And I don't have a small. Let me look. I'll bring you back in just a little bit. Okay, so I've got our okra cut up, and what I did was put it in the container, put the lid on, put some flour on it, and that's how I coated it. So it is fixing to go into the oil. Let me turn this down. The oil's probably pretty hot. You know, and like I said, there's not a lot of okra here. And me and Bryant, my whole family loves fried okra. So, and you know, I was debating on which frying pan. I got out the copper pan, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I got out my cast iron. Normally I use my stainless steel, my Wolfgang puck that I love. Y'all know I love that. I love my Wolfgang puck. Alright, I'm just going to let it fry for a little bit. I salt and peppered it in the container. Well, I really didn't pepper it. I just salted it. So, I'm going to let it fry just a minute, and I'll bring you back when I get ready to turn it. Okay, I'm going to give them a flip here. Some of them are browning. Seems like that side over there near you guys is getting browner than, so I'm going to kind of drag them over here and flip them around. I don't know why that is, because it's a flat surface stove. It shouldn't be one hotter than the other, but I guess stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. See, all this supper is kind of just thrown together a little bit. I mean, it's not really thrown together, but I didn't really give much, well, it's not that I didn't give much thought to what we would have with it, but it was, what did I have? Because I have no groceries. So we are not even going to clean up dishes. We're going to stack them up. We're going to clean off the island after supper, and we are out of here to get groceries. We are going to be out of here because I have got to get groceries. Isaac comes home, and he's not only coming home for the weekend, it's a 3-day weekend because it's Labor Day. So him and his daddy are going to go dove hunting Saturday morning. And I'll probably have like a special lunch when they get home. Probably something like po' boy sandwiches. Something unusual that I don't normally have. Whoops. I just splashed the grease out on the burner. Now y'all, I like my, oh goodness. It's actually going to look kind of burnt, but I like mine like that. So I'm gonna cut it off and show y'all my okra. But yeah, I like mine really good and brown. We are an okra loving family. And you know what? It's not like something I fix all the time. I don't know why I don't. It's not hard. I mean, goodness. And this was fresh okra. Sometimes if I don't have fresh okra, I just get frozen okra and do the same thing, which is 10 times easier than this. Now that's a little pitiful plate of okra. That's all I had. That's all I had. That's okay. There it is. There it is. I'm going to work on getting everything else done and completed so we can eat and go to the grocery store. Okay guys, I am waiting for the rice water to get hot. And we're almost done. The okra's done. And it is so good. I can't eat much like this. Because if I do, we won't have any much over. Because there's not much there. But I wanted to show you the beef. I just brought it out of the oven. Y'all don't look at my trash behind me. It's stuck. That's okay. That's going to be some good stuff right there. I'm not going to scrape the bottom. It's stuck! But this is beef tips and gravy. And the reason it's stuck is what I cooked it in. Normally I do it in a 9x13 pan, but I thought it'd be easy to do it in the one I browned it in. But it's okay. It's going to be delicious either way. And then I'll just have to work really hard on the pan. If y'all can think of any good things that get pans clean, how about letting me know? But that's perfect. It being stuck on the bottom doesn't bother me one bit other than cleanup. The taste is going to be delicious. Delicious. So if you ever do it, just once you mix your gravy in on your beef, do it in a 9x13 pan or some kind of baking pan. I just happen to think that was going to work easier. And y'all, I'm doing minute rice because that's all I have. I hope I don't ever go this long without going to the grocery store again. Let me get, you guys want to see my baked potato? I got a spoon for the okra. Let's cut open one of these baked potatoes. I bought these, I never bought sweet potatoes at Aldi. And they come in a bag, so it's not like I picked out my individual potatoes. So this is a first for me. So let's cut them open and see. Let's cut this one open. Well, it looks good. Looks great. Could be sweeter. It's not the sweetest thing in the world, but it's still pretty good. I close it back up just to keep it hot. Have you ever figured out why they call it minute rice when it takes 5 minutes? Why don't they call it 5-minute rice? Who knows? More okra. That is so good. So as soon as the rice gets done, oh, let me check my bread. Bread's ready. You know, I said I didn't have any milk, so I couldn't make. My phone cut off, but I didn't have any yeast rolls. I didn't have any milk, so I couldn't make biscuits. So I had frozen yeast rolls, so that's what we made. We're having yeast rolls for supper. Which probably will go better with the beef tips anyway.
Shh, don't tell her. I'm in her okra. It's really good.
Okay, here's my plate. Sweet potato, fried okra fresh from the garden, beef tips over rice, home-raised, home-fed beef, and yeast rolls. Okay, Bryant.
Yes, ma'am.
You're the taste tester. our supper.
Alright, let me fix my potato.
But you guys pray.
Right, let's pray. Lord, thank you for this food. Bless it to our bodies. Lord, thank you for giving us an opportunity to be your children and your servants. And Lord, we just thank you for this time together as a family, as we just sharing your love one with another. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Sorry, we should have prayed before we.
All right, here we go. Ellen Beef Farm beef tips over rice. That's excellent. Really good.
And how's the okra?
I've already snuck a peek of that, and it's really good too.
That is really good. Really good. Easy recipe. Just do it in a 9x13 pan. Don't do it in the one you sear it in. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you guys for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, even with it sticking to the bottom of the pan, give me a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, please, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. And then invite your friends to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube family as well. Thank you guys. Have a great night. And thank you for watching The Farming Pastor's Wife.